Welcome back, my dear students. Today we are going to revise chapter 6, plants making and storing food. We have already completed this chapter, but as your annual exam is very near, so we are going to revise this chapter. So we have to discuss a lot of things in this video. So without wasting time, let's start. First, we are going to talk about the very basic process which is done by the plant, that is photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process of making food by the plant. And how it make the plant? In the presence of sun, with the help of carbon dioxide, water, in the presence of chlorophyll also, they make their food in the form of glucose, and they also release oxygen that are needed by human being or animals. One more time I am explaining. Photosynthesis is the process in which plant make their food in the presence of chlorophyll and sun with the help of water, carbon dioxide in the form of glucose, and in this process they also release oxygen. Water they absorb from the soil, carbon dioxide they absorb from the air. Okay, so this is the process on which we can say the whole world is depending, because in this process plant make the food and on that food we are depending. So this is the very basic thing, okay, that we have to know in this chapter. Next, come to the parts of the leaf, as leaf is the most important part of the plant. Why? Because here only the photosynthesis happens. Why? Because in the leaves they have chlorophyll. Just now I told you chlorophyll is very important for the photosynthesis, and in the plant where the chlorophyll is present, in the leaf. That's why it is also known as the food factory of the plant. So if we will discuss then what are the parts of the leaf. First is lamina. Whatever surface, flat surface you are seeing, that flat surface is known as lamina. Midrib is the small pipe-like structure which is going through the in-between of this leaf. Let me show you. This is the midrib, okay, which is also known as main vein, and the parallel lines are also going, each parallel line, okay, it is running, which is dividing from the main vein, we can say. These are known as side veins. So midrib and side veins, these are carrying water and minerals throughout the surface of the leaf, as well as they carry prepared food also. When the photosynthesis happens in the leaf, the food is carried by these midrib and vein to each and every part of the plant. Margin is the side edges of the leaf, whereas tip, which is also known as apex. One more part which is not shown here is, let me show you. This is stalk, STALK. Okay, so I hope you all have understood, okay, all the parts of the leaf. Next, we are going to discuss, after the photosynthesis, they are making their food in the form of glucose, which are giving the energy. But sometimes they stored extra food, okay, so that when they will not get the proper amount of sunlight or water or any of the ingredients, that time they can use their stored food, okay. So those stored food are known as starch. They are making the food in the form of glucose, yes, but some of the food is stored in the form of starch. Some of the plant is storing in the leaf, some of the plants are storing in the root, some of the plants are stored in a stem. So here I have here some pictures are given. Spinach, okay, is the example where the food is stored in the leaf. Coriander, where the food is stored in the leaf. Potato is actually the stem where the food is stored. Mango is also the food is stored which has converted into fruit. Carrot is the example of root. So in the other body parts of the plant, the food can be stored, that we are using as a vegetables, as a seed, or sometimes as a fruit, okay. So what is the need of these food? Same, we need energy from the food. In the same way, they also store these food and they use these food to get energy. Plants also need energy because they also have to do a different type of work. They also have to grow. So for all these things they need energy, okay, and they use this energy either in the form of glucose or in the form of stored food, that is starch. Now come to the type of the plant. If we see there are the different type of the plant. Some plant look green, whereas some plant look non-green. What are the examples of the non-green plant? Molds, dodder plant, mushroom, okay, all the insectivorous plants, these are non-green plant. Why? Because they don't contain chlorophyll. Just now I told you, when the chlorophyll will not be there, they cannot do the photosynthesis. That means definitely non-green plant depend on other thing for their food, like mushroom and mold depend on the dead plant and animals. In the same way, a dodder plant depend on the other plant for the food. Why? Because they are not able to make their food, whereas green plants are making their own food. But there are some different thing which is little interesting to know. If you will talk about the croton plant, that you are seeing croton plant, which one is croton plant? This one, okay. As you can see, there are the red colors also, na? So if the red color is present, that means they are not having chlorophyll. Definitely they are having, okay. But why these are also considered unusual plant? Because they look red, but actually they have the chlorophyll, and when they have chlorophyll, they can do the photosynthesis and they can prepare their food. So don't think if they are not having green color, they cannot do the photosynthesis. Green color is hidden by the red pigment which is present in these leaves, but actually green chlorophyll is also present, but we are not able to see in some of the leaves, okay. Cactus is although green in color and it has the chlorophyll, but still it is considered unusual plant. Why? Because generally the photosynthesis happens in the leaf, but in the cactus the photosynthesis happens in the stem, because there only the chlorophyll is present, okay. Next, how we will test whether the starch is present in the leaf or not. So let me revise you all the steps. First, we will take the fresh green leaf from the plant. We will boil in the water so that our leaf will become softer. After that, we will boil in the alcohol. Why in the alcohol? So that all the chlorophyll will be removed from this. After that, we will wash these in the fresh cold water so that all the alcohol will be removed. After that, we will put that leaf either in the solution of iodine, or we can also take some of the drop on that leaf. We can do both of the things. We can put into the iodine solution also, or we can put some of the drop of iodine. If we are using iodine, then we will see our leaf has converted blue-black in color, and converting blue-black in color is the proof of presence of the starch. So I hope you all have revised. How we will test whether the sun is important or not, means sunlight is important or not. So the same process we have to do, but what we have to do, we have to cover a little part of the leaf with a paper so that sunlight cannot be absorbed, okay. If we have to prove the sunlight is present, presence of sunlight is important for the plant, cover some of the leaf from the black chart paper or from the tape and do all the activities what you have done in the previous, okay, like this starch test. Then in the last, what you will see, whatever part is covered in the leaf that has not turned blue-black in color. Why? Because there was no starch. Why there were no starch? Because that part was not able to absorb the sunlight, whereas other part was absorbing sunlight and done photosynthesis, hence starch is present, okay. Next, if the same process you will do with that leaf which sometimes not have the chlorophyll. If we will talk about these coleus leaf, this leaf is coleus leaf, and in between there is a pink color, okay, and in this leaf some part of the leaf cannot have the chlorophyll. So if we will do the same process with these coleus leaf, then those part which are non-green is not converting blue black in color, as you can see in this picture, whereas all those green part, okay, all those green part has converted blue black in color, whereas pink color is not converted. Why? Because in that part green chlorophyll was not there. So this is the proof of that green chlorophyll is also essential for photosynthesis. Okay, all the ingredients including water, carbon dioxide, sunlight and chlorophyll, all 4 ingredients are essential for photosynthesis. If any of these things are not present, that means photosynthesis could not be done. Next we are going to do the revision of food chain, which is also known as energy flow. Why? Because when we are eating the food, then only the energy is coming or energy is flowing from one living being to another living being. From the food only we are getting energy. Food is the source of energy. So food can be different for each and every animal. It depends animal to animal what will be the food for that. For us, our food is vegetables, fruit and grains. For the other animal, the food can be different. Okay, but whatever they are eating, the energy is coming from there only. Okay, so here the food chain starts from the plant. Okay, because plant can only do the photosynthesis and can make the food, and on the plant only all the other animals including human beings are depending. But plants are also using light energy from the sun. Sun is giving us light energy to the plant, and with the help of that only it is making the food. And after that, if the plant is eaten by the insect, the energy, plant is the food for the insect and energy from the plant will transfer to the insect, and so on. Okay, so if we are eating anything, we are getting energy from that. And in this world, in this nature, okay, this is creating one chain. That means from the plant to the insect, from the insect to the other living being, and that is eaten by the other, and it is creating the chain, okay, which is known as food chain and flow of energy. Okay, energy chain or a flow of energy chain can also be said. Okay, next we are going to discuss both are important. Okay, it is also very important that each and every animal, some of the animals are eaten by the other animals. If they will not be eaten, then the amount of that animal will be increased and our nature will be imbalanced. So food chain is also very, very important. Okay, suppose the grasshopper is not eaten by the frog, then grasshopper will eat all the plant. No, so it will be the lack of plant. So it is very important that each and every animal will be killed by other as a food, okay, to maintain the balance of the nature, right? Last, we are going to discuss the maintenance of the earth. Both animals as well as plant, both are important to maintain the balance of our nature. Suppose if the plant will not be there, then who will give us oxygen? Because oxygen is needed by the animals and human beings. But plants also depend on the on animals and human beings for the carbon dioxide. In one hand, plants are absorbing carbon dioxide, and on other hand it is giving oxygen. Carbon dioxide is very bad for our environment as it increases the temperature. So carbon dioxide must be absorbed by the plant, and in exchange of that oxygen is released. So in this way, plant as well as animals both are important to maintain the balance. If the plant will be more and human being and animals will be less, then less amount of carbon dioxide will be released, which will not be sufficient for the plant. In the other hand, if the plant will be more, okay, if the plant will be less, if the plant will be less, then it will give a very less amount of oxygen, which is insufficient for the animals. So to maintain the balance, that same amount of plant and animals should be there. Same amount means it's not like 5 human being and 5 animals, then the 5 plants should be there. No, the number of plant or trees should be that which gives us the sufficient amount of oxygen which is needed by all the animals and human being present. Okay, so this should be maintained to maintain the balance of the nature. Okay, so that these all thing was very important from chapter 6. I hope you all will do the revision and this video will help you a lot. Thank you for watching.